Today is January 6, 2023. Last month, December 2022, was the first month our company closed deals from 9 different lead generation strategies. What I'm gonna do in this video is under 20 minutes. I'm gonna explain to you what those 9 channels are and how to be successful using and diversifying your outreach methods. So you're probably asking me, what are these 9 channels, Dylan? Channel number 1. Probably the most important right now in 2023 is creating content. What I'm doing right now on this camera talking to you is creating content. It's fun, yes, but the main reason of why you should be creating content is because you want people to understand your legitimacy, become authority in your space and in your niche, as well as being able to distill information in the way people understand information most. No one's reading blog posts, no one is going and reading case studies or white papers or PDFs anymore. Everyone is on their phone. Everyone is scrolling. It's TikTok, it's YouTube, it's Instagram Reels, it's Snapchat. Everyone likes watching videos. So you have to make sure that you are progressing in the way in which people are understanding and learning content. Because if you're not going to do it, someone else is going to be doing it. Get out of your comfort zone and start creating content. That is number 1 for 2023. Second way we closed the deal last month is cold email. Totally adverse to content, right? Is going back to more of an older school form. Cold email is and always will work. It is the best and most efficient way and probably cost-effective way getting your message in front of the eyes of your ideal buyer. So in regards to sending a cold email, you want to keep it within under 60 words. We use 3 different parts to write a cold email. First is going to be a compliment, genuinely complimenting them. Don't make it kind of half-assed. Something about their business or their professional or personal life. Write that as the first part of your email in 1 sentence. Hey, saw you went this, saw you did this, congratulations on this, saw you just got promoted, love your software, right? Just an actual compliment about that person. That's gonna be the first part of the email. Second part of the email is going to be a case study or a reason why you're reaching out, a win that you've had with someone in their niche. If you generated $100,000 for a dentist, don't say that to a construction company. Make sure that the case study and the relevance of your success is geared towards that person. Just because you had results for somebody else, make sure that it's relevant to them. Because if I'm a business owner and you email me saying, hey, I helped an aquarium drive $4.2 million in sales, I'm gonna be like, that's really cool, but that sounds like you don't work with me or you haven't worked with my type of company. I don't think we're a fit. So as you think it's great and like you're proving that you guys are actually good at what you do in your service delivery, what you're doing in that all actuality is pushing that prospect away. So make sure the case study you're saying is relevant to their industry or in your niche. If you don't have one, then leave it out, right? Don't just do it to do it. So you have a compliment, you have a case study. So, hey, congratulations on the your new round of funding for your software. We help software companies do X in Y time frame or guaranteed your money back. And then the third would be a actual call to action. So compliment, case study, call to action. Call to action should be short and sweet. Don't ask for time on their calendar. Don't put your calendar link. Actually start to conversate with them and open up a line of communication. Ask them a question that is geared towards a pain point that you solve. What would happen if we were able to do X in Y time frame? Would you be open to seeing a video? We did a custom audit of your website. Can I send you a link? Are you open for more information, right? Make it low friction, but high value. Probably heard in my videos is cold calling. Love cold calling. It is the most effective way, I think, in booking a meeting and generating an actual lead. With cold email, someone can respond to it. They may not be qualified. With content, same thing. You're pushing your message out to the masses. You can't totally decide who that content resonates with or who that cold email resonates with. Unqualified people can book calls in your calendar. So with cold calling, it's more you're bringing the fight to them. You're only calling people that you think are gonna be a fit for your product or your service, and then you get them on the phone and you're actually able to have a genuine conversation, understand who they are, what type of businesses, the problems that they're having. And if you actually are able to provide value to that person, then your cold caller, your SDR, your appointment setter can actually book that call, and you're gonna have a much shorter sales cycle using cold calling. If you need to listen to cold calling scripts or tips, go back and look at my other videos. I tell you exactly how to do cold calling effectively. Number 4, is SEO, which is search engine optimization. SEO is not sexy. It's a big buzzword. Everyone needs to do it, but I say in the top 9 that we're gonna go through, SEO is probably a little bit lower on the totem pole, especially if you're newer into business. It is a long-term investment, but it is a permanent investment. Cold calls, cold email, content isn't so much permanent, where Google is permanent. Everyone's gonna always be using Google, right? Or some form of Google. So you wanna be able to rank on Google. So it's just search engine optimization. So essentially what you're doing is you are curtailing your website, your blog posts, your content, your case studies, your indexable pages, you know, the company, the about us, the contact us page on your website. So what you're doing essentially with SEO is you're making sure that you're ranking better. So Google actually scrapes your website for keywords, and then it will start to index those keywords over time. So if someone searches outsourced cold calling, my company's website will be, I think, on the 2nd page of Google right now at this point. And then over time, we're just gonna continue to try to rank for certain searches. So what you're able to do is go to a website called Ahrefs, Ahrefs, and essentially see the competition for keywords. Like as a small business owner, you can't go against like Salesforce, right? They just have too much ranking. So you want to find keywords and niche words that you can start to rank for. So when people search something, you are at the top page of Google. SEO, super valuable, but it is a large investment, right? It's not cheap, as well as you're not going to start to see results for about 5, 6, 7, and even more months. So keep that in mind. Number 5 is going to be LinkedIn. Everybody has a LinkedIn. Everyone in the business world has a LinkedIn. Whether they use it or they don't use it is something totally different, but I can guarantee that your ideal customer lives on LinkedIn. They have a LinkedIn page. Some of the times they'll be content creators. Sometimes they'll just have like 12 connections and no profile picture, but I can guarantee that you're on LinkedIn. Big key points to think about when you're generating leads on LinkedIn is active, right? Make sure that you are reaching out to people who are active on LinkedIn. Like I said, everyone has one, but they're not active. So with LinkedIn, you have a finite number of touch points that you can do on a weekly basis. You have probably about 100 connection requests that you can do, 20 per day, small numbers. So what we want to do is make the most use of these touch points. So you only want to reach out to people who have posted in like the last 30 days or have been active in the last 30 days. Now you're saying, how do I find that out, Dylan? There's 2 ways. First is LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You can search by posted in the last 30 days as a filter, and then do all your other filters, right? Company size, title, headcount, geography, industry, but always add in that post in the last 30 days because you know they're actually active users. 2, search by post and content on LinkedIn. Go in the search bar. You can use a Boolean search, right, with quotations. I want to search for, you know, CROs of software companies. You're just going to search through them, and then you're going to want to see posts that have been within the last 30 days. With a post in the last 30 days, you can actually go in there and actually engage with the people who've liked or commented on a post in LinkedIn. You know that 3 things. They're active in the last 30 days. They are the type of people who are following content that is relevant to your product or your service or your niche. And then 3, the most important thing is that these are the type of people who actually engage with LinkedIn stuff. So they like, they comment, they reshare. Those are the 2 best strategies that we found for generating leads on LinkedIn, is people who are active and targeting like-minded posts and content and reaching out to the individuals that like and comment. 6 is paid advertising. So I would say that you want to, in the pecking order of things from like a cost perspective, it's going to be cold email, it's going to be cold calling, and LinkedIn is your top 3 most effective. SEO is going to be a little bit more expensive. Content could be a little bit more expensive, especially if you have someone like Jacoby on the back end of this camera who's actually able to film this and edit it and help you post it. But 6 is paid ads. So the big ad platforms is Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn, and TikTok. You want to make sure that you're spending money on the ad platform that you already have success on. You already might have a following, or that you know that your target market is engaged. If you are selling UGC content as a service, you probably want to advertise on TikTok, right? That's where your audience lives and the people that you're trying to target are using that platform most. If you are selling business consulting, you might want to do Google, Facebook, or LinkedIn. You have an audience on Twitter and you have a following where people can actually click your ad, go to your profile and actually see that you're legit and you have case studies and testimonials and social proof, use that platform. So for me, most of my following is on Twitter. So we run Twitter ads. How we do Twitter ads is we don't just say, we want to target 18 to 25-year-olds in the United States that have an interest to business. Way too broad. So we actually retarget people who go to our website. So SEO helps our paid advertising, where if you go to our website, we can retarget you on different social platforms. And then we use video content for our Twitter ads. 6 is a really great strategy. It is going to cost a little bit more. $20 to $35 per day would be my recommendation. Test it out, test multiple creatives and see what sticks. And then the biggest thing about paid ads is making sure that you have UTM tracking codes on your website in your landing page so you can actually see how many people you're driving to the website. Of those people, how many people are filling out a form or booking a meeting. On to number 7 is referrals. So referrals is going to be the easiest sale of all the lead generation strategies we're talking about today. Referral is essentially someone that you've worked with or has had trust with you or knows you through business that refers you to someone else in their network. The best way of doing this is to be good at what you do. Some people do referrals out of the goodness of their heart, but the majority of people just don't think like that. So as soon as you get a big win for a customer, right, you just signed them a new client. You just helped them grow to X on social. Whatever your offering is, once you do that, in that moment, capitalize on that excitement with that prospect and customer with you and your business. So like, hey John, we just helped you sign, a $500 million client. Would you be able to hop on a Zoom call and talk about your experience working with us? Don't just put the ball in their court and be like, hey John, can you record us a video testimonial? Like they don't know what they're saying, right? This is gonna be something that you're gonna be using for your content, for your cold email, using your cold calling, using it for your SEO. So referrals is kind of the top of all the lead generation because you can use it and distill it in all of these other channels. Give them a script. These are the couple of questions I want you answered and do it live. Right, on a Zoom, kind of like an interview. It's more organic and new prospects can resonate more with a live situation because it doesn't feel like it's scripted or you paid them for their endorsement. Number 8 is going to be partnerships. This has been a massive reason for our growth as a company, is partnering with people who are in our same space but don't offer what we offer. So a lot of what we do is like cold calling and building sales teams for companies. Who would we want to partner with? We want to partner with people who are also working with the people that we want to work for. So we partner with a lot of cold email agencies because they only focus on cold email, or we can do a couple of other channels. So they work with them on cold email, and naturally the business owner is going to be like, hey, do you know anyone that does cold calling? They're like, oh, actually, I have a buddy named Dylan. He does a cold calling agency, right? So that is a partnership. And then if I have someone who needs cold email, I might refer them back to them, right? So a partnership is mutual. Partner with people who are in your same space that are working with your ideal customers, just in a different facet, and then create partnerships, right? Pay them for the referral. Give them a 10% finder's fee if that deal closes. Make sure that you give back, right? Because you want to make sure it's a healthy partnership and that you actually drive leads back to them, right? Don't make it one way. And then number 9 is going to be networking events. I don't think there's any better way to actually conduct business than in person. Obviously, in the world we live in today, a lot of things are through Zoom or through digital, right, written word content. We're not actually touching, shaking hands, looking someone in the eye. But if you have any local networking events, search Google, look at Eventbrite, go on LinkedIn events, see what is happening near you with people that you're trying to do business with, and actually go to the event, shake people's hands. It's gonna be a nice change of pace, as well as you're gonna be able to create connections. So with a networking event, right, you could create partnerships, you could create referrals. You could connect with people on LinkedIn. You can get people's business information to email or call them after the fact. You could follow each other on social for your content. So as you can probably see in this video that all of these 9, right? Content, cold email, cold calling, SEO, LinkedIn, paid ads, referrals, partnerships, and networking events, they all work within each other. If you're watching this video and you're only doing 5 of these 9, I highly urge you and recommend to not put all your eggs in, 1 or 2 baskets. Really spread them out, and you'll be so surprised over like a 3 to 6 month window of how many more leads you'll generate organically while you're sleeping. If you like this video, hit that like and subscribe.